What's going on? Hey YouTube, it has been over a year. It's been quite a while. Actually, I think it's been less than a year. I might have just lied. I'm not going to talk too much about myself in this video. I plan on making a video in the future. This video is more to talk about a little bit of beef which is going on between a YouTuber called Arthur Frederick, another YouTuber called Jacksfilms, and the Sidemen. You might not have heard about this. It's relatively small. It's only been recent that it's popped up. And I just think it's an interesting way to pick up from a conversation which we had a year ago. You might remember I made a video called XQC Accused of Piracy. It was a 15-minute video where I talked about some drama which XQC was in because XQC puts himself in the corner of someone's video, a video which someone could have spent weeks, months, adds little to no commentary. This looks sick, man. You gonna say anything about that?
Kennedy assassination.
Or if we had not been using some of our regular boys putting down this plywood floor.
Did he scratch and sniff his balls?
Or if we had not been using some of our regular boys.
Oh my god, XQC. Basically, my point in that video dialed down to I don't think the kind of content is good. It's not for me. But I think if it's content being made on another platform, like as in if he is a kick streamer watching a YouTube video, I don't think that that's necessarily harmful. I think it's harmful when you stream yourself watching a YouTube video, then get the VOD of you watching the YouTube video, upload that onto YouTube with very similar thumbnails and very similar titles and tags, and all of a sudden you take that video's trending spot or you take it from your recommended tab. Anyway, I want to start off by talking about this current drama, the Jacksfilms, Arthur Frederick and Sidemen drama, because it's very interesting to me how this is still a thing which we're going on about, and we've been going on about for about 7 years now. I think in order to start this video off, we need to just quickly show Sidemen reacts.
Oh no. I do hate this. You got to speedrun that. I hate people that take ages though. Yeah.
I don't know the password. What's your password?
You asked me the password?
You're able to leave it like that.
My mum forgets all of it. Expects me to know all my passwords. To be fair.
How's he gonna know your app?
You should have known him. He's my son.
I don't know my parents' passwords.
Nadine does not know him best.
It is pretty much just standard reaction content. They don't really add any quality to it. So that's the original video. We're going to move away from that and now look at a YouTuber called Jacksfilms. Now you might know Jacksfilms. He has 5 million subscribers. He's been on this platform for at least 18 years. I think he's been making videos longer than I've been able to speak. He's a very well-respected, well-known YouTuber. His current niche, it is kind of shining a light directly at me. That's pretty cool. I like that. His current niche, or the current topics he's making video on is kind of tackling the reaction side of YouTube. Which, fair enough, I do think that it needs to be addressed, and this is something I talked about a year ago.
I think as a whole, reaction content needs something from YouTube. They need to start cracking down on it. They won't. YouTube is pretty good at kind of sitting back and just letting views go to their account and not worry too much about it. But is XQC really adding enough to the video? His video is 15 minutes longer than the original, and it goes to like 2 hours. Is that eighth of a video really like worth uploading the entire thing?
Now, he's made videos on people like Sniper Wolf, and obviously I didn't cover it then. So why am I covering with the Sidemen? The reason I didn't talk about it with Sniper Wolf and I am with the Sidemen is not because I'm a die-hard Sidemen fan and I'd rather die than see my Pookie Bear Vic Star get criticized. It's more just I feel like this one is out of place. This one is maybe not as justified, and I feel like I think some of it just comes down to difference of opinion and difference in sense of humor. I'm not going to play a large amount of Jack's video, but basically Jack is very critical on the lack of commentary added to these TikToks. I'll just play some clips.
They do a lot of TikTok reacting, and I think we're gonna, yeah, here you go. Oh, we're gonna get into this one. TikToks people can relate to. Uploaded 2 weeks ago.
Are we relatable?
Yeah, that's a good question. Maybe not.
We're sat here reacting to videos for a living.
Yeah, you know what? Let's just watch. Let's see what we got. Let's see if we can relate to them.
I kind of appreciate them acknowledging that they're so rich that they're not relatable. That's funny, but like not in the way they think it is. Let's go. Let's check out some relatable TikToks that I'm sure we'll see credit of.
Arthur, are you relatable?
Probably not. He's from that weird island, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
Good one. Nice intro, guys. I love it. We're just... The literal fucking intro is just these guys going like, nah, I'm not very relatable. Let's do it. Great stuff. Excellent, excellent start.
Yo, what's good, gang? Get your money up, not your funny up, you dig?
Yo, what is goody, my gang? You're funny, up, you did.
That's it.
Oh no.
I do hate this.
You got to speedrun that.
I hate people that take ages though.
Yeah.
I don't know the password.
It's so much worse than I thought. That was so much worse than my prediction. They're like, oh, I hate this. I also hate when they're slow. And that's it.
I don't know the password. What's your password?
You asked me the password.
You're well, I even I can't.
My mum forgets all of them. Expects me to know all her passwords, to be fair.
I don't know it.
Dad, how's he gonna know? How's he gonna know your app?
You should have known it. He's my son.
Say something, guys. Come on.
I don't know my parents' passwords.
Say something, fellas.
I just think this dumb parent logic of getting in trouble for things that just make no sense.
Fucking hell.
And this goes on. This is where I want to start talking about people's personal preference and how that goes into their content. And I also think that that goes into when you critique people's content. It'd be very easy for me to just say, oh, the Sidemen are British, this is British humor, and Jacksfilms is American, this is American humor, being very critical of just people having a normal, lighthearted conversation. That's fine. The point of this middle section is to just kind of show that I don't think Jacksfilms is the target audience for this kind of reaction content.
They have a terrific series called VFX Artists React to Bad and Great CGI. It's been going on for 150 plus episodes, and it miraculously hasn't gone stale. So what do? They react to clips from movies and TV shows, but because they're all VFX pros, both digital and practical, they break everything down. For example, in episode 146 of their series, they break down a whole bunch of shots from the movie Honey, I the Kid, and it's fascinating. I can't recommend this series enough. It's reaction content done right.
I don't know if I'm making my point here very well, so I'm just going to double back on myself. I don't think that there's anything inherently wrong with making reaction content of different type of content. I criticize XQC for making a YouTube video where he just watched a YouTube video. I don't think there's anything wrong with 3 YouTubers sitting down and watching TikToks and giving, admittedly limited to no feedback or commentary, but even when they do give feedback or commentary, Jacksfilms still isn't impressed. I just don't think that his main issue is like, oh, I think this content is harmful. I just don't think the content is meant for him, which is kind of making me question, why are you really heavily criticizing this? I'm not gonna go and watch a kids movie and then complain that I'm not the target market for a kids movie. Now you could replace the Sidemen with 3 of my least favorite YouTubers, okay? I still wouldn't think that that content is harmful because they're just watching a TikTok compilation. I just want to make sure that I cover my own base and I don't sound like a Sidemen meat writer while contradicting myself for saying XQC copied content. 100% the Sidemen are still just reacting to TikToks. I don't think this is good content. I don't watch this content. I'm a grown man. You know, I have 4 kids and 2 wives and a husband. What would I look like sitting down for 20 minutes of my day watching things like ranking grimace shakes? Like, this is lowbrow content, but I don't think that this is such lowbrow content that it needs to be criticized as heavily as it is. I want to make sure that I'm getting the point here across. I'm not here to talk about bad content creation, which is what I think Jacksfilms is here for. I think both him and I see Sidemen Reacts as particularly low quality content, regardless of its reaction content or anything. I think it's just bad content. I criticized XQC for watching a long form video because XQC didn't add anywhere near enough to that video for it to be transformed, in my opinion. And if we're talking about watching long form content and reacting to that and making a new video off that, I think someone like Papa Meat is the best at that. He watches entire, like, what's a trilogy when it goes past 3 movies? He watches entire series of movies. He'll watch like all of the Saw movies, rank them, keep it entertaining. Or all of the ones about the Irish people, whatever that one was. If you put real effort and real time into making transformative reaction content, amazing. Power to you. That's the kind of content that I want to watch because I don't like watching this. I don't want to watch Vic Star stare at a screen. I think I've taken the angle of this isn't harmful, so it's not bad, but it's just bad content in my opinion. That's why I'm not really against it because there's so much of it. You watching this video might be like, well, this is bad content. And that's fair enough. That's your personal opinion. There might also be people who would prefer to watch Sidemen react to TikToks than they would watch people break down special effects. I understand that too. Focusing on people like Sniper Wolf, who in my opinion made bad content for sure, but also made kind of disingenuous, leechy content where her entire life on the internet revolved around stealing content. I don't think that that's the case for the Sidemen. I also think, if we're just to go a little bit even more off track, because that's all I've done in this video, Look at someone like Jason Derulo. His downfall is kind of crazy. The fact that you can go from having like #1 songs to having to pre-record your reactions to TikToks and then edit yourself over them to try and claim a little bit of revenue. That's just shameless. That's the kind of thing that I think is harmful. He's taking money away from the original creator on their own platform. I think that's kind of where I see as harmful. When you steal someone's content on their own platform. If you were to be on TikTok watching YouTube videos, I don't think that that's that bad. If you were on YouTube watching TikTok videos, I don't think that's bad. To be honest, the final part of this video, I was going to watch Arthur TV's reaction to Jack's reaction to Sidemen's reaction to TikToks. But I feel far enough down the rabbit hole. Basically, the points that I was saving until then was that the Sidemen do not show any form of credit throughout their videos.
Long story short, I'm seeing everything but links and handles of the original creators here. No links in the description.
What do you guys notice here? Well, I see Sidemen reacts, and that's nice and big. But, I'm shocked, I tells ya. Shocked. There's no credit on screen. I'm shocked, I tells ya. Shocked. There's no credit on screen.
To be fair, that is quite valid. I mean, I don't think they assembled these clips themselves. I think when we watched this like was a compilation already put together on YouTube. But I agree. I think it'd be a nice touch if in the description some of the content creators were featured or just that ad was seen on screen.
Another thing Jack pointed out was they don't give anywhere near enough commentary for this really to be transformative. A lot of the time they just sit there and laugh and let the next TikTok play.
Yo, what is goody, my gang? That's it. It's a good clip. It's a great little TikToker. It's a great video. I love the point of it. Go ahead and mark that was it. And also, only reacts with a laugh.
You should have known it. He's my son.
Say something, guys. Come on.
I don't know my parents' passwords.
Say something, fellas.
I was thinking this dumb parent logic of getting in trouble for things that just make no sense.
Fucking hell.
Oh, shit.
Because you look like him. You look like him. I kind of think they forgot to react there.
If you constantly pause the compilation and speak about each TikTok, people will just click off because it ruins the flow of the video. Realistically, what more can they do? They're not going to constantly pause it just to speak for the sake of speaking. They're making the best quality video they can. It's just still not good because I don't like this content type. I don't really think that this one holds as much weight. Again, I don't enjoy this content myself. So when I say I'm defending it, it's more, I'm just trying to point out that they are doing the content style the right way. I just don't enjoy the content, neither does Jack. I don't think there's much more you could do to enjoy this kind of content. I just don't enjoy it. And I don't think Jack would enjoy it. And I don't think pausing it and speaking more and more about such small videos would make you enjoy it anymore.
To be fair, like the clips come thick and fast. We're all kind of like watching and we have the ability to pause, but I don't feel like that's the point in this channel. I don't think people are coming on here for like deep analysis into that joke. I honestly think if we sat there and paused that and spoke too much about it, everyone would be like, okay, like, I watched the TikTok too. I get it. It doesn't really like require much in-depth analysis.
And also looking at a little bit of the aftermath, if you look at the comments of that Sidemen Reacts video, it's filled with hashtag credit the creators or other things about crediting creators, which is good. Hopefully the Sidemen will actually make effort to credit the creators. It's not the worst thing the Sidemen have ever done. KSI killed a man in cold blood.
Oh my god, I think there's something hanging.
But yeah, sorry, just to round this up. I don't think that bad content is harmful content. I care a lot more about harmful content than I do about bad content. You could argue that Sidemen Reacts makes bad content, and I would agree with that. But if you enjoy that content, there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think that the content they make is harmful, although I do think they should be crediting their creators. And that's my whole piece. I probably didn't need to even make a long form video on this, but I did. I hope you enjoyed it. Actually, I did see that Sidemen are hosting another charity football match. I said it last year. I'm still here, guys. And to send this video off, these are my favorite moments from that XQC video I made.
Aim, I can see it was for him to become employed.
What? XQC has like a cool red effect. I want to have that.
Yeah,
but on this particular Friday, Oz will grab this curtain. So while it's understandable for someone apolitical to be taken off guard.
Hold on, just a question. Isn't technically when you go with that path in practice, that line will be less blurry and more mixed than one separating to the other?
Yeah, everyone's saying no. Pause, I need to pee. Yeah, no one understands. Everyone's just saying no, shut up. He said, I wonder what triggers people like you so much. Revenue share, audience split, algorithm. I've heard this complaint a million times and most public figures try to attack it from multiple angles. just to fall flat on their face. I'm watching a video to my people, that's it. If you hear something a million times, you should listen to it.
A handful of employees have been assigned to install a new plywood floor on the 6th floor of the book department.
Chat, my very real chat. I gotta take a dump. I'm just gonna let the video play. His current niche